My fellow Americans, I stand before you today, a man out of time, and I must admit that what I have learned in the short time since my arrival has left me deeply troubled. When I last addressed this nation in 1961, we faced the threat of secrecy and deception with the fierce determination that defined our American spirit. We fought against the shadows cast by authoritarian regimes, determined to preserve the light of freedom and the truth that underpins our democracy. But now, as I gaze upon the world you inhabit, I cannot help but feel a profound sense of disbelief and disappointment. The dangers we once fought to keep at bay have not only persisted, but have metastasized into forms I could scarcely have imagined. The secrecy I warned of has become pervasive, insidious. It is no longer confined to the corridors of government, but has infiltrated every aspect of your lives. Corporations wield more power than some nations, hiding behind complex algorithms and faceless decisions, affecting your lives in ways that are neither transparent nor accountable. Governments, once the stewards of the public trust, now often operate behind a veil of silence, their actions obscured from the very people they are meant to serve. Have we learned nothing from the lessons of the past? Have we forgotten the perils of surrendering our liberties in the name of security? Or worse, convenience? In my time, we understood that a free and informed people were the bedrock of a free society. Yet now I see a public drowning in information, yet starving for truth. I see citizens more divided than ever, manipulated by forces that thrive on secrecy and deception. The press, which I once praised as an essential safeguard of democracy, now struggles under the weight of disinformation and the corrosive influence of those who would rather see it silenced than scrutinized. The very institutions that were meant to protect your freedoms are being undermined, not by foreign powers, but by a complacency and apathy that is all the more dangerous. And you, the American people, where is the outrage, the demand for accountability, the fierce defense of your rights that once defined this nation? Too many of you have grown comfortable in the cocoon of misinformation, too willing to accept the easy answer, too reluctant to ask the hard questions. This, I tell you, is not the America I knew, nor the one I fought for. Let me be clear. The challenges we face today are formidable, but they are not insurmountable. The enemy is not some distant power, but lies within our own borders, in our own willingness to trade liberty for the false promise of security, to accept the shadows as the norm rather than the exception. Nah, I implore you, reclaim the mantle of vigilance. Demand transparency from those who lead you, whether in government or in the private sector. Hold accountable those who seek to profit from secrecy, who would erode your freedoms for their gain. Do not let the flame of liberty flicker and die under the weight of apathy and fear. This nation was built on the courage to face the truth, no matter how uncomfortable. It is time to rediscover that courage, to reject the darkness of secrecy and deception, and to stand once more in the light of truth. For if we fail to do so, we risk losing not just our freedoms, but the very soul of our nation. Thank you.